How many hours do you spend every week in Teams meetings? I guess a lot. But the problem is it can feel really frustrating. Why is it that Teams can somehow pick up your colleagues' conversations about what they were eating last night right when you're in the middle of a professional meeting with one of your customers? Or why is it that when you should share your screen, that toolbar at the top gets right in the way? And why is it as well that when we present our slides, well, we don't really seem to be in the slides and simply reduce to a small square that no one looks at? Yes, all very common problems in Teams meetings. Well, that is until today, because I'll be sharing with you some features you can use to improve your next Teams meetings that fix all of those problems and much more. So let's head into Microsoft Teams, set up a meeting, and see how we can improve the next meeting that you host or join. So let's get started in Microsoft Teams. The first feature we'll be checking out we can turn on before we even join our first meeting, and that is a new feature for voice isolation, ensuring that when you're in a busy environment with lots of background noise and people talking, or only your voice will be present in the team meeting. To turn on this feature, we'll head over to the three-dot menu in your Teams app, select Settings, and then head down to Recognition. You'll see an option here for a voice recognition. Now all we then need to do is click on Create Voice Profile, and we can simply read out the voice capture here by clicking Start Voice Capture. When we've done that, while Teams within just a few minutes will recognize our voice, and any meetings we then join in the future will have voice isolation enabled, ensuring that only our voices are present within the meeting itself. It's a great first step to have a great Teams meeting. Let's go ahead and get that set up now. And with voice recognition enabled, I've went ahead here and joined our Teams meeting, but something also appears right inside of the Teams meeting itself that you may have not seen before. It says help others catch up later. People are following this meeting. Make sure they have what they need to get caught up. That is because someone is following this meeting. Yes, you may have seen this previously in a new version of Outlook in the Microsoft Teams calendar. What we'll do is head over and check out a new option. By simply heading into one of our calendar invitations, we'll see now, as well as accepted, there's this option to follow the meeting. When we select this, well, the person that selects follow now has access to all of the shared resources, including a transcription or any meeting recordings. That's really useful if they have Copilot or want to check out the transcription a little later on. And don't worry, I'll be showing you today how we can use the transcription without Copilot at all to also catch up on our meeting notes. So as we can see, we can follow the meeting. So we turn back into the meeting itself, and we can see we can record and take notes. But I won't go ahead and select that. Instead, I'm selecting the three-dot menu, Record and Transcribe, and I'm going to enable Start Transcription, just ensuring that a transcription of the meeting is now taken, which we can catch up with a little later on. So as we can see, the follow option is now available, and we're also notified in the meeting that we should take action, whether transcribing it or recording the meeting too. And now we're in the meeting, did you also know we have better control of the meeting itself? Yes, at the top of your Teams meeting window, you'll see the option for controls. By left clicking, we can see some controls here appear straight away. For example, we can lock the meeting, ensuring no one else can attend the meeting, but invitees can still access that shared content. Alongside that, going back into controls and selecting view more options now allows us to also change some settings. So it could be that when you're in the meeting itself, you want to also change what the participants can do. For example, you may also want to turn off the mic for any attendees or the camera too. Very useful maybe in education or training scenarios. Let's go ahead and turn off the mic and the camera for those attendees and apply those changes. Those changes are made directly in the meeting itself, and now we can also have better control by using that controls pane right inside of our Teams meeting. And there's some new features available to us right when we're sharing our screen inside of Microsoft Teams. Let's go ahead and click on the Share button and then choose Screen. The first new change is we can now undock the sharing panel, which appears at the top of your screen share. You can see it's available to us here at the top, and it's not too bad, but the problem is sometimes it can get in the way, especially if you need to click a button that's hidden behind this toolbar. What we can now do is on the left hand side, we can drag this into a different part of your screen, ensuring now you can get to that elusive button you need to click that previously you couldn't because it was hidden by this Teams toolbar, all the different share options. So now we can undock it. We can also go back and dock it at the top just by dragging it back to the original location. So a simple way there to move your toolbar when you're sharing your screen. The other new feature is annotations. You and your colleagues can now live annotate whatever you're sharing on your screen using some of the whiteboard capability. To enable that, we'll go and select Annotate. Then at this point, you and your peers can make changes to what they're seeing on the screen. And don't worry, that means they're not changing your content, they're simply annotating it that you can also pick up in whiteboards later. For example, we've here already highlighted the collection rate and the paid rate I want to focus on. What I also want to focus on is the average term, so I'll highlight that now in red. We can see here, it now highlights it. This has all been generated by the settings menu, which is also set in enhance ink shapes. So if you're doing circles or squares, it will enhance them. We can also see that it's set to only I can annotate. By changing this to everyone in the meeting can add in different types of content to share their own thoughts on what we're presenting live on the screen. And when you're done, we can very simply save as a snapshot and use whiteboards to get back to it later. And you can see here by following that link, it takes us straight into whiteboard and we can see the image and also the annotations too. So we can share and also come back to later. So another option now to live annotate your screen with changes being made by you and your peers too. So are you finding these features useful in Microsoft Teams and wondering why on earth you've never seen them before? Well, it's pretty often the case because there's so much to learn in Microsoft 365 and in Teams as well, that it's really overwhelming at times to put it all together. But that's why me and the team at Your 365 Coach can help you on your journey in Teams and in Microsoft 365. So I've linked our website below to find more about what we do and how we can help you on your journey. Check it out to find out how you can improve the way that you work in Microsoft 365 and Teams too. So with that, now let's head straight back into Teams and continue to find how we can improve our next meeting. But I also have a presentation to share right in our Teams meeting, and very often I can find that when people share presentations and they're using their video feed, while it doesn't become very clear in a Teams meeting, it simply becomes a small square in the overall Teams experience. Instead, we should also be present in our slides right, and we can use Cameo inside a PowerPoint to do exactly that. Here is a PowerPoint deck I'd like to present in my Teams meeting, and of course I would do this change before the meeting itself, but we'll make it right when we're in the meeting. By opening the PowerPoint deck, I'll select Cameo from the Insert menu, and I could choose to insert this into a single slide or to all slides across the deck. We'll choose all slides, and now we can see a silhouette icon appears that we can drag around our slide deck. With that now done, I'll also go and add some transitions across the slide deck and use the morph transition. So when that's done, now the transition will be used as I'm presenting, while I will also morph across the different slides. When Cameo is then set up and ready, we'll simply select Present in Teams, and now we can see here, it lets us know we're about to present. Select the option, and now as we can see, PowerPoint Live appears, and we will also see in just a moment that the actual Cameo will appear within here as well. And as you can see, while I'm now directly inside of our PowerPoint presentation, when the attendees are watching this presentation, they'll see this live camera feed of me presenting the content. As we move forward, as we use that transition to morph, while the video feed will also adjust itself as it goes through any slides. So there you go. There's a better way now to also present content right in your Teams meeting with a feature that's been available now for a couple of years, allowing us to use Cameo right inside of your presentation files and present them through Microsoft Teams meetings. And remember that I mentioned that we can also use a transcript available in Microsoft Teams to get our comprehensive meeting notes without the need of a paid Copilot license. Yes, as we enable transcription, which is a free feature in Microsoft Teams to use, we can now drop into the meeting itself. Selecting View Recap takes us into this tab. As you'll see, it lets us know that we don't have Copilot, we need to buy a plan to get AI summaries. But instead, we'll head over to the transcript option, select Download, and we'll download the entire meeting transcript as a document file. And with that document now downloaded, I can access Copilot Chat in Microsoft Teams. Select the plus icon, upload images and files, and then browse over to the location where we have our transcript. Now, as a prompt, I'll ask Copilot to use this transcript that was taken from a meeting and then also produce comprehensive minutes and actions. Let's go ahead and give that prompt to Copilot. And with that prompt given to Copilot, we can see it came back with a set of these different meeting minutes and actions that we've taken within the meeting itself, all generated from a free transcript in our Teams meeting. We can also do that at the bottom, is we can ask it to transform it into an email and focus on the key points. Once again, then Copilot Chat gets to work and transforms them now into a set of minutes and actions in a very short email. We can now take that into email by copying, pasting it into Outlook, and go ahead and share it with my peers. So there you go. There's also a way now in Microsoft Teams to use transcription and also Copilot Chat to build them into a set of professional meeting minutes you can share with your peers in just a few clicks. So there you have it. We checked out 7 features that you can use today to improve your next Teams meeting. Yes, we had a look at that toolbar that just gets right in the way when you're sharing your screen and you can't click the button that hides behind it. But as well as that, I think the more powerful things we've seen today include the ability to use Cameo on slides. Yes, it's been around for a couple of years, but I still don't see many people using it. And now you can see that you can be as important as your slide content by appearing right on the slide deck itself. As well as that, transcription and Copilot, well, you may have thought it was only available with a paid license. And today I've shown you that's just not the case. You can also use it for free using the steps I've shown today. So if this video has helped you out and you've enjoyed what we've shared, please do me a favour, hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Put tutorials just like this one out every single week to help you achieve more with the tools you already have. And so with that, well done for taking the time to check out today's tutorial and invest in yourself. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.